Do this to get your very first wholesale deal. What's up YouTube, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about things that you should do in order to get your very first wholesale deal or get your wholesale real estate business to start consistently getting deals, because this is important, and to me this is the biggest step in wholesaling, and this is what really moved the needle for me in my real estate business. So one thing that you need to do in your wholesale real estate business is you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan for 3 to 4 months that you're going to stay consistent with. This absolutely changed everything for me in wholesaling real estate. When I sat down and I concentrated on one marketing technique, on one area, on one type of list, that's when things started to open up for me. So please do this. And I'm also going to go over some practical steps, a step-by-step guide to getting that very first wholesale deal. And not only that, to consistently getting wholesale deals. So for me, in my situation, I was trying this marketing source and that marketing source. I was all over the place. And I noticed that didn't really work for me. And so when I just hunkered down and I was like, okay, I'm in this area and I know people still look at their mail here. I'm going to send out postcards. Or hey, I know in this area people are still, they're a little bit more traditional. I'm in the South, and so they like upfront contact a little bit more. So I'm actually going to go on my appointments and meet people face to face. I think at first I started with knowing about all these different technologies and marketing sources and strategies that were new, that was appealing, that was tech heavy. But when I started to just pull a list from PropStream, if you're interested in PropStream, check my link down below. You get a 7 free day trial. I pulled a list there to find motivated sellers off market properties, and then sent out mail over to this list. I sent it out every single week until I got a deal. And so maybe I missed a week, maybe it was every 2 weeks, but for the first month I sent it out every week. So there was 4 different mail droppings I sent, and the list was about 1,000 properties, and I sent out that list every single week. That's something that you're going to have to do. I think the number one thing is to stick to one marketing plan, stick to a list, and just try it out for 3 months. Do this and everything will change in your business. But that was super pivotal for me. So the different steps that you have to do that I'm just going to talk about, what I did was that I marketed. My form of marketing was direct mail. I honestly think cold calling is better, especially because it's more affordable for beginners. And I do still believe cold calling and texting are probably the best forms of marketing because you get a faster response from people. I can send out mails to a particular address forever, but that person will never respond. A phone call, somebody can let you know right away. Whereas direct mail marketing, it's a little bit difficult. So if it's cold calling, I'm all for it, right? It's just that for me personally, I didn't like cold calling and I was doing other things and I just didn't like it. So direct mail, cold calling, PPC, whatever your marketing technique is, just stay consistent with it. Now, the next thing is follow up. So hopefully you're going to get some yes, some maybes over the phone, and you're going to put these different leads in brackets. So for example, if someone says, yeah, I think I'm interested in selling, but I'm not 100% sure, they might be a warm lead, right? So you could put them on a follow-up from okay, I'm going to reach out to this person every 2 weeks or once a month, because they're kind of teetering. They're not that motivated to sell, but there's still some motivation there. I'm going to reach out to them every 2 weeks, every month, and engage their interest. Somebody may be like, yes, I am extremely interested in selling. I don't want to fix the roof right now, and I need to move because my job wanted me to work out of this city or that state. So from there, that's a hot lead. So I would call up that person maybe 2-3 times a week. I would try to go and meet them in person. I would try to view the property, take pictures, and start running comps on that property, because that's a hot lead. I mean, everybody wants those leads. And so then some people are just a no, and that's not even a lead. That's just a no. So you don't have to keep that lead, just delete them. But there are some, I would say, cold leads where they're all I'm not interested right now, maybe in a year from now. Or they'll say something no, but they'll give you a hint about something but I may be moving out next year, or not right now, or let's say that it's a landlord with multiple properties and said, we're getting ready to sell one of them later this year, or we've been thinking about selling, but we're not sure, right? Or something like that, where, it kind of seems like it's it's a no, but there's hints that there's a possibility. You know, that type of lead, maybe I'll call them once a month, once every 2 months, or if it's actually a time period to it, I'll do that. So I remember I was working with a probate lead and they had to go through this whole process. And what I did just along the process, I was like, okay, did you talk to your lawyer this month? And just check in. And then when I really start to ramp up my follow-up, it was towards the end when their probate was closing or when they were finalizing their probate. And that's when I got the property under contract. All right, next you have to do research on your market, understand what houses are selling for, what your buyers are looking for, and things of that nature. So numbers are very important because you have to understand that, you know, if you don't have the property under contract at a great price, you won't be able to make money, you won't be able to sell the property. And so getting it at a good price is the key to everything. I always say that you don't necessarily, you do like finding cash buyers, networking with cash buyers are great. But I would say an even greater thing is understanding numbers so much and putting a property under contract that buyers will come to you. And so this research, this comping is very important in your business. I mean, you still have to meet cash buyers and meet with title companies because that does help the business grow. That helps the business just generate income for you and lets people know that you're in the community, that you're doing this, that you're one of the top dogs, and that you're actually out here making money and moving deals. Buyers and investors can come to you and even bring you deals if they know, hey, this person can dispo, like sell a property to an investor really fast. I'm a wholesaler, I'm going to partner with this wholesaler. Maybe that's your niche. Or maybe you have a realtor that you worked with before and they're all like, hey, I got this pocket listing, this off-market listing that I want to send to you because I know you do good by your word and you sell your deals quickly. The other thing that you can do is that just work with title companies. Title companies work with a lot of properties that may be in pre-foreclosure or they may have some sort of information, and by they'll be able to send you deals. So network with cash buyers, wholesalers, with title companies. Getting that very first wholesale, constantly getting wholesale deals. Do this in your wholesale business in order to deals. And the main thing is just hunker and concentrate and be consistent with your work, with money generating activities, which for me was sending out mailers every single week, following up with leads every week that I needed to follow up with, meeting in person the seller, looking at the house, taking photos, and eventually putting it under contract at a great price, doing my research, and then selling it to an end buyer. So hunker down, concentrate on those important aspects, and you will be able to get your wholesale deal and consistently get wholesale deals. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment down below your questions, and subscribe. All right, thanks. Peace.